Welcome to the Saucon Valley Farmers Market. Nestled on the corner of Constitution Avenue and Juniper Road, the market marks their 15th year of serving the Hellertown and the Lower Saucon area every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The farmers market season kicked off a bit differently this year, with a global pandemic on our heels. The virus has not stopped the market from bringing locally owned farms and producers to the area, and their loyal customers are truly appreciative of it.
Yeah, I actually believe in supporting local farmers and bakers, and especially my favorite tumblers. I've known them for years. Yeah.
Absolutely. I do a lot of different sales events for Colony Meadery, but the farmers markets, the people are just so friendly. You know, I don't know, the customer base is very friendly and very appreciative.
Yeah, we before the whole pandemic, we've shopped here a lot, my family and I, and we just thought it's a good time to support local farmers now more than ever, and nice to be outside on a beautiful day.
So what does shopping at the market look like? For a summarized version, ask Joe from Peanut Butter and More.
Everybody has their mask on, whatever guidelines by the CDC, everything is all set up for that here. Like they have an entrance over there, an exit over there, so, you know, this way everybody's on top of each other.
As Joe points out, the market has done a great job of creating a safer space for their shoppers. Enter and exit signs keep the flow of shoppers a little neater. Signs remind shoppers to wear masks, social distance, and even to not touch products they don't intend on buying. Other considerations will sound familiar to most, like the absence of public bathrooms, the reservation of the first hour for senior and high-risk shoppers, and asking groups of shoppers to stay as small as possible. For the convenience of shoppers and vendors, 3 separate hand-washing stations are placed throughout the market to keep hands clean and sanitized.
No, in fact, I think people are way more willing to support local. I've seen an uptake of people wanting to be involved in their community. Yeah. It's really great. I think people want a reason to get out, and you're supporting local in general, so people are showing up for us, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. And we've honestly, the whole market has been doing a lot of pre-orders.
As Noah mentioned, most of the vendors have or are starting pre-order pickup options for those that want to be in and out as quickly as possible. The farmers market has made a neat chart on their website to display all vendors that are at the market and that have order pickup options. As more businesses become available, they are announced on the farmers market social media pages. This all leads to a very important question. Why should we shop at farmers markets?
Well, this is an important outlet to allow farmers, specifically like local farmers, to have a vending opportunity for their crops or their meats or whatever it is that they're producing. And I think when you go by the motto, buy fresh, buy local, you know, you're visiting these shops and you know exactly where the meat comes from, you know the ethical standards that somebody might adhere to. It's not so far removed from the source of where you're getting your food. Mm-hmm. So it's like you have a different kind of relationship with it there. Sometimes it's a little bit more expensive, sometimes it's not, but that's what you're paying for.
And I think, you know, people sometimes have like a stigma about farmers markets, like maybe it's expensive, but yeah, if you're buying the ingredients yourself, you're not going out to restaurants anymore, you're saving money there, and you get healthier food, more nutritious, so I think it's a win-win. Yeah.
The great thing about a farmer's market is you're supporting a local community. That's like the first and foremost thing. You usually can find almost every variety of food, you know, cheese, honey, eat whatever you like. That's a great thing. And the other thing is, like, during this time with the pandemic, it's nice because it's an open air, kind of safe place to shop. So that's a great thing too. But you're really connecting to your food.
The reason people should shop at farmers markets is because it's fun and you can connect with your local grower. And when you get to know the person who has raised the vegetables or the chickens that lay the eggs, then you can ask them questions about the practices that they use, and you will find that you are going to be consuming less chemicals and the practices are often organic, even if the product is not labeled as such. The other big reason that we need to all support farmers markets is because of big important issues like land use. So when you support local farmers markets, they take the money that you give them and they use it to pay their taxes and to maintain the farm. And it's a way that we can have farmland preservation and preserve our local food economy.
And now that we've convinced you, you're ready to make your first trip to the market. Here are some tips to help make the first time just a bit easier.
Take your time, check out all the vendors, don't just like run through and, you kind of want to see what's going on and talk to people that, talk to the producers. See how they make their living, what they do, where they're coming from, and get to know your farmer or whoever it is, whether it's, soap or food or whatever kind of vendor it is. That's the first tip, I think. Yeah, talk to people. You'll find that they're friendly. Producers are friendly.
So there's an organization, Buy Fresh, Buy Local of the Greater Lehigh Valley. They have a directory of all the farmers markets, and I would say find out when the market is that you're going to, put it on your calendar, and go early to get the greatest selection. But don't be afraid if you get there late, because you might be able to make a deal with a vendor as we're packing up, which is what we're doing right now here in Hellertown. Other things, you can talk to your vendors about recipes. Often they have recipes. The mushroom guy, mainly mushrooms, he has recipes on how you can use his mushrooms. His stuff, some of these vendors also provide ingredients to some of the best restaurants in this area, in Philadelphia and in New York. So you can get the quality at a great price because they're produced here in Pennsylvania.
Visiting your local farmers market is your opportunity to, as Michael Pollan said, shake the hand that feeds you. You can have an in-depth conversation about every product you intend to purchase right there on the spot. You'll think of the family farm you helped support and how nice the farmer was when you use her recommended recipe for the onions you never knew existed. You can create a new relationship with your food that goes much deeper than the packaging.
How you doing? Tell Molly hello.
It's a relationship that strengthens and nourishes your family and community. A farmer's market will make your grocery run feel just like a walk in